It's a feel-good story, a young team and some funky platforms delivering medicine just in time across wild African bush. UPS think it's a good thing as well and have announced a $700,000 joint trial. To an old Africa hand, I see the snag. The aircraft has a launcher. True, that would provide a consistent route to the sky. It's complex though, perhaps more complex than the aircraft even. It needs to be operated correctly every time. Worse still, it could fail. Then the platform is out of action and no deliveries happen. If I were Zipline, I would be looking to pivot to an SLT, separate lift thrust platform, fast. This is the use case in which they make sense. Zipline parachute their cargo down currently, so don't need the landing part of a VTOL, but they might find that they need to return something from the DZ. At the moment, the current system is one way only. There are several off-the-shelf SLTs that match or exceed Zipline's current platform's performance. The Jump 20 from Arcturus leaps to mind, 9 to 12 hours endurance dependent on the payload at a maximum speed of 72 knots. There are several others out there, perhaps the most notable is Canberra UAV's 2016 Outback Challenge quad-plane entry. Separate lift thrust quite simply uses a multi-rotor to lift the airframe, and once safely in flight, a separate horizontally mounted engine moves the aircraft forward. If you make that forward flight motor a petrol motor, you can get a lot longer run out of an equivalent weight of petrol to batteries. You can also get rid of that launch rail and requirement to position it correctly for launch. The transition part is the hard part, but thanks to the open source arduPilot.org project, it's now standard in arduplane firmware. It's just up to the end user to cobble together a multi-rotor, fixed-wing aircraft mashup and get flying. Others actually rotate the motors in their VTOL platforms. The Sony delivery drone is a good example of that. So remember, you heard it here first when Zipline suddenly revealed the change in platform. I think that has to happen. Speaking at a press launch last week to announce a partnership with the UPS Foundation, UPS Foundation President Ed Martinez said, "If we can be successful in this pilot, we can be successful in other parts of the world. This is going to be a learning process for us."